Boom. Recording in progress, fellas.
Yeah.
This is the point where I tell you, don't say anything you don't want anybody else to know or that you'll regret.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and click out. I'm just playing.
Easy, Brandon.
All right, guys, we got, let's see, I'm going to go in order my screen up here. We got Chris Griffith from you're Tennessee for sure, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. From Tennessee. Beast Mode Arm Wrestling. So that's, you train with Robbie Russell or is that
I
Lorray?
train with Lorray and Edwin. Robbie, whenever he shows up, we get him there.
Okay. Big Sean. Actually, three of you guys are teammates. You got Big Sean, Brandon Moody, and David Redmond. What's the name of y'all's team?
Mountain Mayhem.
Man,
Man. Yeah, y'all got some solid pullers up there, man.
the old Mountain Mayhem. It's cause the air's thinner. We have to breathe harder.
Last but not least, we got the smallest guy on the channel, Big Ike Forward. Welcome back.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man. So David, this is event coming up. That's this throwdown at Redmons 7.
Yes, sir. And I don't know why or how I got it mixed up, but there was never a throwdown at Redmond 6. And I didn't realize it until about 2 weeks ago. And I made posters and posted 100 damn posts about it. So anyways, yeah, it's 7 now.
We'll just call that one the I don't know. I don't know what we could call it. We could call it something like hidden in the vault or something, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was wild, man. You just had to be there.
That's during leap year.
Yeah, right. So I wish everybody was on here, man. So I'm trying to go off memory here. Who's David? Are you pulling?
Yeah, me and that Scotty Gootlet kid.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask him too. I was gonna ask him if that was like a French name, like a Goulet or something, or is it Goutlet or Gootlet or?
I'm not real sure. I might have actually pronounced that wrong. I'm not real sure, man.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's start with actually Chris, who are you pulling?
I think it's Tyson, I do believe.
Okay, and that's left or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Right-handed. Okay, have you ever pulled him before?
Last year at Battle on the Ridge, I pulled him then. He's a solid puller. As long as I can get him off the hit, I think I'll be fine.
Gotcha. What about you, Sean? You think you know both of these gentlemen that'll be pulling this match?
Yeah.
And you got an opinion on how you think it'll go?
I think it'll be a battle for both of them for sure.
Yeah.
Tyson hasn't been pulling for what, 2 years, year and a half, still running there. He's gotten pretty strong. He's getting there pretty good, man. And I think it'll be a great turnout for sure for them too. Chris is a beast on the table. So is Tyson. So it'll be an exciting match.
Yeah, I pulled Chris right at Tennessee, and I pulled Tyson left. But just from what I remember, like Chris, I think you got the speed advantage. I think from what if I'm remembering correctly, you're really fast off the jump. And Tyson, I remember he had a really solid hand up top. So yeah, I don't have enough pulling experience with either one to kind of have like, you know, again, one was with right hand and one was with left hand. So, but
Yeah, I'd say both of them's got their hands full.
yeah, okay, well, yeah, I mean that's all we ever want to see is some grinders, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Tyson's y'all's teammate.
Yeah. I think Tyson 3-0s, and I like Chris. But Tennessee's going down. He's going screaming.
It's funny. It's funny because they're both from Tennessee. You know, Tyson drives from Johnson City to come and train with us. And I think he's actually went and pulled with Chris and Lorray and them a few times too. I think practice wise, Chris can verify that if I'm wrong.
I don't remember him being down here, but it could have been a day that I missed or something like that. I haven't seen him in any practices here recently.
Yeah, I pulled with Chris and Lorray and them probably about a month ago. Went down there for a practice.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And Tennessee boys are tough.
Oh yeah.
One in particular, I don't really want none of for a little while anyway.
Oh, come on, Ron.
Nah, man, I'd pull him next week if he wanted to pull again. I would. I ain't lying. But so, Brandon, we know how you feel. David, what do you think about the match, man?
I think, well, you know, that was a match that, so obviously our original card isn't the only matches that was on our original card that are still in the place are Brandon and Joe and Sean and Ike. We had a couple fall through, and Lorray had reached out to me and told me that Chris wanted a match. And immediately I thought, damn, man, you know, him and Tyson are real close in weight. I think Chris has got the experience jump on him and the speed. I agree with everybody that's already spoke about it. I think Chris has the speed. I've only gripped up with Chris, I think, one time at practice, and him and Lorray and Eddie came here to my house and trained with us for a little bit. And it's really hard for me to call. I think it's going to be a damn good match. I think it's probably, you know, I think both of them are really lighting it up lately. You know, the last two times I've seen either one of them pull, like the last two tournaments I've seen both of them pull at, they were kicking ass. So I think it's going to be really good. Hard to call.
Nice. Ike, you got any? You familiar with pulling either one of them?
I just know of Chris and seeing him at tournaments and all. I don't know Tyson. I really can't call it. I would go with Chris, you know, with experience and all. And if Tyson's been laying out, you know, a little bit, but I really can't make a good call on that.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna pull for Chris, man, just because everybody else seems to be pulling for Tyson. But I think Chris's speed is going to be the difference, man.
That old man's strength might come through.
Mike,
I think it's going to be a really good match.
For sure.
You know, you got to pull for your teammate.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't.
I
bet
just
on
don't.
it.
I don't know Tyson. That's all.
That's where I'm really at. I wouldn't place a bet.
Right.
And I had all my stuff wrote down. I'm sorry, David. What was the next match? Let's see.
Well, on the list, I don't have it right here either, but I want to say that Joe and Brandon was actually going to be the first on the card.
Okay.
because Joe's actually pulling 2 super matches on the same card.
Mhm.
I want to say it was Brandon and Joe, and then Tyson, or I think Sean and Ike, Chris and Tyson, and then me and Scotty, or Joe and Dale, and whoever was left would be the 5th match. I don't really want to go last, but if I have to, I'll take one for the team. No pun intended. But either way, the more time that I have to watch arm wrestling, the better I'm going to be. I hate going first. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? And
Yeah, Brandon's ready to go as soon as he walks in the door.
After an hour, I'm dead. I lose 60% of my strength. I do. Legs start hurting.
Let's just get it over with, man.
I like, so yeah, let's talk about the old Brandon and Joe match, man. 'Cause I think I don't know. I've never pulled Joe left-handed. I pulled Brandon plenty, and I know. Yeah, I mean, I can't do nothing. I mean, I can't beat. I mean, I've knocked you. I think I've knocked you off center once, but other than that, yeah. But I know Joe. I know Joe's good lefty. I've seen him beat Adam Rosinski lefty. And I know Adam's left isn't super good, but still better than mine. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I would say it's going to go 3-2 either way.
I'm gonna call 3-0.
Wow,
I think I'm gonna blast right through him. I feel good. If I pulled today, he'll pull the best. I feel the best I've ever felt since I started arm wrestling. Right now, I'm super high and confident too. I feel pretty good. So I'm gonna go 3-0 for myself. Easy.
Yeah, our last practice, Brandon, your left felt really good.
That's
Yeah.
Desi beat me up so bad it hurt my feelings. I had to train a little harder.
He's different, man.
Yeah. he let me get in my power spot where I'm like, once I get there, you're screwed. I got there and I was like, oh no, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah, he's different, man.
But he's cool though. He started giving me little workout tips, stuff to strengthen myself from that. So I like that as a competitor still. You know, the little brotherhood, he helped me out, you know.
Yeah, we all gotta stick together and help each other.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
I mean, bad for Joe. But good for me.
right.
Yeah, Desi's my boy. He's the reason I'm into arm wrestling. We used to power lift together.
Yeah.
And he called me up. He said, "You need to try this arm wrestling out." So.
Yeah, Desi was at my first tournament ever. Was the same. It was his first tournament ever too, but he was pulling supers, and I think I was pulling 220s, I think. So we never met on a table, but I did come up there to Boone and flash pin him. But the key with Desi, man, you can't let him get wedged in. As soon as he gets wedged in, man, it's a bitch to try to pull him out.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, David, I'm gonna ask you your opinion, but I already have a feeling, you know, which way you think this match is gonna go.
Yeah, it better go 3-0, or I'm gonna be the team captain instead of Brandon. Damn it. No, I wouldn't go as far as that, which I don't think I'm the team captain anyways. I just I'm able to host practice here, so I think everybody just puts me in that position, but I actually learn more from everybody than I think I learn the most, because I'm kind of retarded when it comes to stuff. I'm just like, oh, I'm tough, but and that gets me in trouble. But yeah, I think Brandon, like Sean said last time we all pulled, which was 2 Saturdays ago, man, like I was questioning my left. I'm like, I thought I was the man. You know, Brandon his left, especially since January, like he was talking about him, and after that match with Dez, like something happened with him, like some gears twisted, and
I
he
can't hear
started.
nobody now.
Do what? Can you hear me?
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah, something happened with him. It lit a new fire under
Guys,
him.
if you can hear me, I'm having technical difficulties. I'll be there in a moment.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, you good, man.
Click on your Wi-Fi, man.
So Ike, have you all right, so David's got a 3-0 for Joe. Okay.
Yeah, his damn
Oh
teammate.
my God. This is
So
ridiculous.
So Ike, what do you think? Have you pulled both of them?
Yeah, but
If they can.
I
you
pulled
guys hear me?
Brandon in.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you.
You're good, man. I can hear you.
Pulled Brandon in that round robin, which really don't mean a whole lot. You know, we're not in the same weight class.
Oh, I still owe you.
Can you hear me? Are we good?
Yeah.
All right. And oh, you're good. Yeah, it don't even matter, dude. Yeah, I pulled Joe. I pulled Joe in master's class in Tennessee. And he's strong. Joe's a powerhouse, but Brandon's he's got a hand and he's strong too. Me and Joe Rogers, we become real close, you know, and we share a lot of training with each other and everything. And I don't know if I would like bet money or whatever, but I think Joe's been training real hard. It's hard to call it. I'm gonna call Joe. I know I'm gonna be the odd guy out, but I say Joe gets it, but it's gonna be a hard one for him. It's gonna be, you know, it's probably gonna be a 3-2, but it just depends. It just depends on what kind of form Brandon comes in, and from what I hear, it seems like it's gonna be a scary day. But I gotta stick with my boy Joe. You know, we've been teammates in Georgia and all, you know. And I love the guy, and I love you too, Brandon. But I just
I
got to
like
go
Joe
against
too.
it.
That's why it's an odd match. Like I actually like the dude, but
Them are the hard ones, man. Them are the hard matches.
I don't
Yeah.
see us. I don't see. I mean, you can say a 3-0 your way. The confidence, I get it, and that's cool. And but I say,
I feel
man,
that good right now. I really do.
right? That's
I feel
good.
physically, like my weights, what they're showing, and what all my moves and what all my things are showing.
Right,
It's just
right.
better than it's been, and I feel healthier. I almost don't even want to practice next week. So I'm scared I might injure something.
Right. No, I'm fans of both of you guys, and you know, I'm just a nice guy, and I'm not going to talk trash about either one of you guys. But you know, when Joe went down to Florida to pull Brandon Morris, I was all for it. I was like, man, just smack him, because I don't have any love lost for Brandon Morris. But with you, it's a little different, man.
I think our match will be harder for him than Brandon Morris will.
Maybe so. Joe's been training with some different guys, and he might have learned a few. His table IQ is a little bit better now, and I
Yeah.
think he'll give you a good match. That's
I
all I
know
say.
we pulled in Tennessee, and I believe it took about a month for my thumb to heal up.
Right.
I tried to go
Yeah.
outside with him. I thought he broke my dang thumb.
I think, David, you did a good job with that matchup. That's a good
Yeah,
match.
I think it's a good match too, because we're 9-10.
Right.
We're right there together, and I think we are fairly close.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. They've been actually trying to set that matchup for what, 1.5 years, maybe even 2 years now, Brandon.
Right. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be a good one. It's going to be I think that's going to be a real good match. So
That's a good opening match too.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's gonna-
especially with Joe. Joe bring all that energy in there, man. And then
Yeah.
I'm almost dreading that. That's the part
Yeah.
I'm dreading. He's gonna be
He's gonna be
talking so much
wide
shit.
open.
yeah, I mean, it's gonna set the tone, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I first started arm wrestling, I hated Joe Rogers, and I told him that. And you know, I love the guy now, but he it was one of my second tournament, and him and my boy David Hobbs were pulling when David was a little guy, you know, and he was slapping the table, yelling and all that. I said, "What is this?" You know, because I'm kind of low key, and I was like, "Who is that little guy?" But now I know him, and I know he's a real good guy. He'll do anything for anybody, and we've gotten pretty close, you know. So I think it's going to be a good one, and don't sleep on old man Joe. He's a tough fella, and he wants that spot bad. So give him hell, Brandon.
I tell you what, man, him and if they were in the same weight class, him and Donnie, that would be a show.
Oh my God!
just for the simple fact of how high and how crazy they act.
It'd have to be adults only.
Right.
No kids around.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There might actually be some punches thrown in that one.
No, I don't think
That's when you
Joe.
need the
Donnie
table
might
and
go
the
there.
I'm talking about all that energy is going to make people around him want to fight.
Oh yeah, that could happen.
Yeah.
Be a rave.
Yeah. Right. So Chris, are you familiar with Joe and Brandon left-handed or?
I do know, and I'm taking Brandon 3-0 all the way.
Hey, you do realize he said that you were going to lose to Tyson.
I understand that, but the thing is, that's his teammate. I can't go against that. But I love Brandon to death. I mean, I've pulled him a lot, and he's tough as shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, that left is really good. And Brandon, to me, you're good. You're good both arms. You know what I'm saying? Like both your arms are good. Your left is you're definitely your better arm, but you're still within like a smaller percentage as far as like difference between your arms. Like with me, you know, my right might be an 80 and my left's a 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're like an 80 and a 73 or something. You know, which I respect a lot because I don't know, for the life of me, man, I can't. This left does not want to cooperate. It's in the brain, man. I'm telling you, like I've had a couple of days where it's felt good, and then just the other days, man, it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the way I've been with my right hand. I heard it. I went and pulled in where was it, like 2021, that West Virginia State, whenever who was it? John Brezink pulled Paul Lynn. And ended up, I won the 189 state championship there left-handed. And I think I got second right-handed, but I got in with this guy and I come all the way back up and get to the side with my fist turned. And it's like every time I hammer curl, like right now I can hammer curl about 50 pounds max. But I used to be able to do about 100, but I've just now got back to where I can do 50 with it hammer curling. I don't know what I did in my arm, but it screwed it for like a year. But like I said, it's coming back out. I was on 25 and 30.
Yeah.
And you know, if I want to compete with guys like you, I can't beat hammer curl at 30 pounds. You know? Maybe
High reps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reps don't generate the power to beat Ryan Bellinger.
I hammer curl 17 pounds, man. That's it.
Yeah. That's just because that's the only weight you got.
Yeah, that's it.
If he had 100, he could do 100.
Oh, he's got hundreds out there.
Hey, man, you ain't supposed to be telling everybody all that. This is going on YouTube, man.
Hundreds and fifties.
Yeah, I got a lot of weight out of it.
Oh man.
I can't bullshit you guys, you know.
Have you been able to do that 200 more than 3 times now?
See, look, I'm at about 25% of what you are, Ryan. Only got 75% to go.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to hit that 200 whenever you know, I have to pull somebody like Jordan Sill or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
I
Anyway,
think me and Joe's gonna be a war though. To be honest with you, I think a lot of it's gonna be in the setup. I think a lot of it's gonna be on the go.
Yeah.
But when I pulled him last time, I felt like if he upgrades his hand just a tiny bit, we're gonna be even in that area. I was able to beat him, but it would have been hard to finish him, so I had to lay on him a little bit and gas him, you know.
Yeah.
But so if he trains and gets any better, I have to train and get better also, or if I don't, he's gonna spank the shit out of me. Like my honest opinion. I think
Right.
it's a good match.
how long has it been since you pulled? You said.
The last Tennessee tournament.
Yeah, March.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean that's
he
plenty of
played a little
time.
bit before, and it was a good match. It was like I couldn't finish him at the time, and I was like, shit. Well, he's throwing a thumb, and he about broke my damn thumb. I couldn't use my thumb for at least a week.
Yeah, when me and Joe were in the finals for Masters, and he was just like, he said, just pin me, you know. And I said, huh? He said, just pin me. He said, I'm saving myself for Brandon. I said, okay. I said, yes, sir.
Yeah, I missed the left hand of that tournament, man. By the time I got around the left hand, my ass and my leg was like swollen, and I tore something in my leg, like hamstring or something, man. When I was pulling at him, I got in a hook and I went to drive sideways and did something in my leg, man. I was hobbling around for the whole. Yeah.
Hamstring arm wrestling.
Jeez, man. And then I had a 7-hour drive home, so I was like, yeah, my left ain't good enough to stay around. I gotta go.
Tell them what happened, Ryan. You went out there and pulled me left on the practice table, and you said, I'm gone.
I think I did. Yeah, we started warming up, and I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, you don't know how much.
You can't beat
left?
me. You don't need to stick around. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, that's a good segue into the next. Since we're talking about beating Ike Ford, I heard somebody told me that they was gonna 3-0 you, man.
Yeah,
that was me. Sean's going 3-0.
Yeah. So the next match. This is just the second match, right, David, or the third one? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think they were going to run second. Well, I'd asked everybody what order they wanted to go. I think Ike said he didn't care. He's just going to pull. I think Sean said he prefers second, so I think that's what we're going to do. I know him and Brandon both. They get real antsy standing around, so we're going to try to get them in there and get them done for. I like a build up personally, so.
Yeah. I don't mind. Going last. Myself, yeah, I'm not. I'd rather go anything but first.
Yep.
I like to see a match first. You know what I mean? At least. So Sean, somebody told me they were going to 3-0 you, man.
We'll find out.
And I heard it was going to be easy.
Hey, don't believe all this guy's saying.
Damn.
I've watched Ike pull a bunch, and I've never had the opportunity to grip up with him, and I'm happy to do it. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm an old guy.
So you have any predictions of how you think it's going to go? It's going to go inside, outside, 3-0?
I ain't gonna call it just yet. We'll see how the setup goes.
Okay.
Which hand is it? Which hand are they arm wrestling?
Left.
Left.
Yeah.
Which
And
I think both of their they're dominant left-handed, right?
I don't know. My right's healing up, and it's feeling really good.
Yeah, I think Ike, you're one of them too. That's pretty similar. Like as far as your left and right being both good. So
Yeah, it's my right is freaking. I just had practice. I just got home from practice, and them guys, they're not. I pulled David Hobbs last Sunday, and Ryan Bath, and them guys, and nobody pinned me in practice either last week or this week, and they started having to use bands this week. Everything with that right's feeling really, really good. Yeah, I need to pull on you and Ryan and Desi a little bit. I think we need to get together on that. It's feeling real good. I might be able to give you a workout.
hey man, you don't want none of this right now. Maybe today.
Good, man.
Maybe today.
I gotta go get some more. I'll be right back.
I think I'm glad. I mean, Sean reached out to me and wanted a match, and I've been seeing them out there, so I'm happy to give it to them. I mean, I'm not going to say I 3-0 him or whatever. He might slip in there and get one on me, but my left is strong. It's always been strong. It's kind of retarded strong. It'll go any way you want it to go. I used to flop wrist press a little bit with my left, and I got away from that. Had a little injuries, here and there, and I really can't carry the flop wrist. I'll hook press, or hook or whatever. But I'm feeling pretty good left-handed. But I know he's a big, strong fella, so we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, well, Ike, me and you talk quite often.
Yeah.
And Sean, I mean, I'm impressed with you all the time, man. Win or lose, you're out there doing super matches and competing in tournaments, and it just shows, your drive and shows how hungry you are, man. And it's good to see. I like seeing guys like you coming up.
Oh yeah.
That is just ready no matter what. You're like, yep, I'll pull him. Yep, don't matter. And
Yeah, that's the only way to get better at it, man. That's the way I feel it.
Oh, yeah. For sure, man. And like I said, win or lose, I've lost several times, and it always makes me better. As far as lighting a fire up under your butt to get you back training and training harder and all that too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I became a fan of you, man. I like seeing you doing all these events and competing. And but I think Aiko's going to win at 3-2.
That's too many rounds, man. I'll be tired by then.
All right. Well, Ike is going to lose 2-3. No, I think it's going to be a good match. Sean, I don't think I pulled you left-handed, but I've practiced pulled you a little bit right-handed, I believe.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. I can't call it because I don't have enough data on you, Sean, as far as left hand. I know I whip Ike all the time, left-handed. So. But on paper and from what I know, I think it should be a good match, man. Hopefully it's a banger.
Oh,
yeah, let's just hope that table's folded down pretty good.
Yeah, you definitely gotta have some big old lag bolts on that table. What you think, David? You
Man, I've always been a fan of Ike. I don't know what it is. We've always been able to click and get along. I like him. He's just damn country as cornbread. And Sean, I mean, if there was like a most improved puller award for Mountain Mayhem for our team, it would definitely go to him because, I mean, just the progress that he's made, you know, not only has he lost almost 50 pounds since he started arm wrestling, just getting in better shape, but, you know, whenever he started with us was August 2021. It was after the last tournament Brandon pulled at 180 pounds, you know, not to talk shit, but I could hold him pretty good, you know, play a little bit, and that shit don't happen anymore. Like, I'm trying to get the hell away from him and get to a strap and still try to go a little bit early and call him his elbow foul when mine's floating 2 inches. And I'm like, your elbow. So it's a struggle now, man. Or better yet, that I struggle just to not look embarrassed anymore with Sean. I'm very impressed with him. I don't know how it's going to go. I really hope it is a long drawn out war, just because I think everybody wants to see the big boys play, you know.
Yeah.
That's a match. And that's the match that I'd asked about. You know, Sean was wanting to get on that super heavy list in the Carolinas, and I set up a match with him way too soon when he had first started. You know, he'd been pulling 3 months and pulled fucking Brent Presnell. You know, I mean,
Oh, yeah, he's tough.
and Brent hadn't been pulling for a while, so that was kind of like him coming back into the sport. And then I think his next match, I want to say, was Joel Dollar, like official super match. And
that's another one, man. That's tough.
yeah, like
Strong dude.
I've not set up an easy match for anybody ever, just because I don't want to see that. I want to see two badasses go at it. And but in January, I think he pulled Noah Brom, wasn't it? And man, I really think him winning that match, and Noah, I think he'd been actually pulling longer than Sean, but that confidence boost that he got, I mean, it just skyrocketed him. He's coming up. I really think he's going to shake some shit up this year, man. He's already on that top 10 in the Carolinas list, left-handed, but I'm pretty sure even with his right hand 3 months from now, he's gonna slide in on that list and start climbing on the left as well. So it's hard for me to predict. I mean, every one of these matches should be stylistically a great match and good wars. I really hope they are. I hope they're not like 30-minute arm wrestling matches, because then we're gonna have to like cut some shit out in the tournament. And also that venue, the same day, it's actually Bold Rock's 11th birthday. I haven't publicly announced this, but I guess after everybody sees the video, they'll know. But there's actually going to be a cornhole tournament and a live band and all kinds of shit going on there that day. So it's going to be huge.
Hey, we might be able to get, sorry to interrupt, we might be able to get Hunter Knopf up there for that one. Yeah, he might come for the tournament and that.
Hey, is Joel Dollar still arm wrestling?
I'm not real sure.
Yeah, I beat him like 2019 or 2020 in Atlanta. I remember, but it was in a tournament. It wasn't a super match.
Was that in Boone?
No, that was in Atlanta.
Okay.
It was a big. It's some kind of expo where they had strongman and powerlifting and bodybuilding and everything.
Is that where? No. Is that where like Jesse Barnett and Paul Walther and all them had that big round?
Yeah, same place, but different year. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Joel's a handful. Yeah, he is. He's a handful. He's tall and long arm and everything else.
But he's a big man.
And Brent is too. I don't think I've ever pulled Brent, but I've seen him pull some guys and do real well with them. Yeah, you need to stick to the old guys like me. Just beat me up, Sean.
Chris, have you pulled either one of these guys?
I've never pulled Ike. I pulled Sean at practice. Sean's strong. You know, I just, you know, in all honesty, I really can't say which way it's going to go. I don't know. I haven't pulled enough with Sean to know, you know, I know he's strong, but I haven't pulled with him enough. And I don't think I've ever pulled Ike.
Nah, we haven't pulled.
Brandon, did you already give your 2 cents on this one?
No, not yet. This is
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm always pulling for the teammate because that's just mandatory. You pull for your teammates because you
That's
always
right.
have faith in them. And I got faith in Sean too. On this one, I definitely think Sean's the challenger in this one. I think he's gonna have to come in ready to go. But I think if he shows up, I think he gets it. If he don't put in enough effort, he don't get it. It's really down to that. Whoever putting in the most work gonna win. And I know Sean's putting it in, so hopefully Ike is too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's actually got me trained, and I like Sean because, you know, he challenged me. I get bored with stuff sometimes, and when he challenged me, I said, "Man, I better do a little extra because this guy ain't no chump." You know,
He's wanting to come in and spank you.
Yeah, he wants to.
Be like,
I'm the gatekeeper on all the good guys down there on the list. You know.
I think me and you's in the same boat. I think that's what I am for the 98 left hand.
Well, I always thought you were part of maybe not the gatekeeper, but better.
Yeah, the only people who get me, it seems like I seem to get top rolled. I don't believe I've lost at 198. I don't think I've lost a left-handed hook match in about 5 years. But I'll get them damn long arm people. Once my wrist cracks back, they top roll me. I'm having issues with that, but that's what I worked on for the last 3-4 months. I don't see my hand going back anymore.
Yeah, that's something I've been working on. I got so mad. I was at Alabama State one year, and BJ Fakakis top rolled me, and I got so mad.
Yeah,
because I'm like, why don't I said some words, you know, and everybody was just looking at me. I was like, why don't you go inside one time with me?
Yeah,
you got to make them go inside though. So, you know.
Yeah, that's funny.
My wife was like, calm down. I said, I ain't worried about none of these arm wrestlers.
What all right, so what would be the next match, Dave? I'm sorry, man. I had it all wrote down and then the rain messed me up. And
no, you're good. Dale and Joe right-handed is the next.
Delfino?
Yes.
Is that Islas? Is that his last name, or Elas, or?
I don't know. I say Alice.
Oh, okay.
Hell, I don't even say his whole first name. I just call him Dale. And he's okay with that, so I'm okay with that.
So Delfino and Joe Rogers right hand?
Yes. And actually Joe is going to be giving up some weight because he has to cut to get down. And I think him and Brandon agreed on 204. Am I right about that, Brandon?
Yeah.
But Delfino, you know, he's coming in at 225 because he's planning on pulling the tournament afterwards too. And that's the next weight class. I'm gonna say Dale, you know. I think, man, Dale, he just top rolls the shit out of me, which everybody does, man. You can be a 154-pound woman and you're gonna top roll me. I have the same problem. Once my wrist cracks, it's over. But this is another match that they've been trying to set up for a while. Dale and Joe with their right hand. I think everybody just wants to pull Mountain Mayhem for some reason, which is great. It keeps us active. We've always got a goal to work towards. But I'm gonna go 3-1 on that match.
3-1 Delfino.
Yeah, I think Joe may possibly be able to get in real tight and adjustment. I think that first round, I think he blasts through him. His right's pretty tough. I mean, his left's pretty tough too. They're actually real close. His right and left are.
Yeah.
But hell, I'm giving up 40 pounds just at a practice match with me and Delfino. Hell, I'm like the littlest guy on the team.
You're jacked.
It's all photo.
Oh yeah.
Photoshop.
I've seen you in person, man.
Yeah.
But Chris, what do you think about Delfino and Joe?
Well, I pulled them both at back in March, and you know, I think it's going to be Joe all the way across the board. Delfino's fast. Don't get me wrong, he's strong. He had me plumb across the table in March at Tri-State, and I was able to bring him back. So I mean, I think if I'm able to bring him back, I think Joe's going to be able to manhandle him, to be honest.
Okay. I pulled both of them, man. Pulled Joe at Alabama State. Well, I don't even remember what year that was. It wasn't this last one, but the one before. It's 21, maybe.
It was 22.
Was it 22?
Yeah, February 22.
Okay. I pulled Joe there and I beat him. Pretty easily. And Delfino, I pulled a couple times at just a couple different tournaments. Maybe that round robin was the last time I pulled him at Joe Rogers' house. I don't know I think some of you were there. Brandon, you were in it. Ike, you were in it. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. To me, they felt pretty equal. As far as me going in my lane, I mean, I didn't sit there and play around, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really give very informative feedback, but to me, they felt pretty very similar. And Delfino's a top roller though, isn't he?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. Ah, man. I don't know. Yeah, I pulled them both, and I don't know. They're very, very equal feeling for me on the right arm. So I don't know. To me, if I had to sit here and think about it and have it play out, I would say that it's probably going to be a war. Would be my opinion. I'd say 3-2 either way, and I could be way off.
It's gonna be a good one
for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking, man. You know, I don't know. It's a hard one. So I think either way, 3-2, man, will be my guess. What do you think, Ike?
I agree with Chris. Delfino's strong. Delfino actually beat me right-handed in that round robin, but that's when my right was, it was on the shelf, kind of. It's still coming back. He's strong. Joe's got some top secret stuff he's been working on, and I think he's about to upset some people right-handed. He's working with some guys in Georgia, and I know how he's been pulling ready goes at practice and who he's beating, and I think I ain't saying 3-0, but I say Joe's going to win, but it's going to be a good match.
Hell yeah.
But Delfino's a good puller, a real good puller. He took my hand. I was like, daggone, man.
He's fast.
He just surprised me, I was like, I didn't know him, I had just met him then, and he hit me, and it was just too late. I was done. So, but that won't happen now. He could tie his truck to my right now and drive off, and I'm pulling him back. It's bad. It's feeling great.
Sound like to me you want to make a call out.
It won't be long. I talked to somebody that I talked to my boy. Who you?
Come on, man, let's go.
I'll pull you anytime. that ain't no problem. No, I talked to Shane about some things, and he told me I'm gonna do a call out soon. Old Pork Chop better keep training, is what I'm saying. And Shane told me, and which I pull Pork Chop and in the straps, I pretty much own them, but he, out of the straps for some reason, he gets that better connection. But now I feel real strong, and it won't be long. I'll be trying to make a climb on that right arm list and see where I could get to. But Shane told me, he said, if you just get fired up, he said, you're going to smoke them, So we'll see.
Speaking of strong, that dude Shane is crazy.
Yeah, he's a monster.
It's good.
He kills me. He kills me, man.
Dude, he didn't even hit with me, and I know he did that shit on purpose. But he let me hit into him, hook, and he just opened me right up, and I just laughed.
He likes you. He likes you because I watched that match.
Well, I just laughed because I was like, yeah, I mean, I already knew what was going to happen,
Yeah.
But he's super strong, man.
Yes, sir.
That'll be the next one making a lot of noise. I mean, he already made a lot of noise with that win over Paul. But yeah, he's about to make some more noise, I think, as soon as he gets the opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen when he pulls past him. That's going to be a good match because Shane's there. I think Shane's there.
In my opinion, I think it goes 1-1. I think Shane wins right, Paul wins left.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong, but Paul's left is so nasty.
Yeah.
And I know Shane's just straight up nasty too. But I just don't know. I can't do nothing with his left-handed, so I can't judge his left. And I've pulled Paul past more, and I've beaten Paul, and I've lost to Paul. So I think Shane is just stronger right-handed, and Paul is probably going to win left. But
I agree on that.
I wouldn't be surprised if Shane won them both, but I think Paul's left is just so disgusting.
I'll tell you right now, Shane's left in the straps is just as good as his right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I pulled him. He come up there here a while back. I was pretty good and healthy. Hadn't trained in a week, fully healthy. And I was like, shit, dude, this way he make fun. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It made me go home and train harder because he made me feel like a damn girl.
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
I used to hold Shane. I used to just I used to hold him and let him work.
Yeah.
And now
it's like I never met Shane.
But now it's like I need two arms, man, to freaking pull his right down. I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, Sean, I didn't ask you yet. What do you think about the Delfino and Joe Rogers, right-handed?
I think it'll be a good match. I've never gripped up with Joe. Delfino came over to my house and pulled a few weeks ago. His right's feeling really good. His hand is nuts.
Yeah.
But if Joe can take his hand, it's going to be a war. 100%.
Nice. Yeah, that's what we want to see, man.
But yeah, his hand and wrist, and it's there. It's ready.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I say it's going to be a war. I don't know how. I don't want to put no numbers on the match, but it's going to be a battle for sure.
Nice. All right. So after that one, we got you and Scotty after that, David?
David and Scotty.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, David and Scotty. And David, I want to start with you, man. I want to hear this confidence.
Man, there's so much I want to say, but he's not on this one, so I'm gonna have to keep it very cordial and stuff. Actually, I'm actually a replacement in that match. It was originally going to be Donnie Anderson and Scotty, and it's Donnie's anniversary weekend, or actually his anniversary that day. And he kind of got himself in a little bit of hot water by overbooking. So, and the first time I met Scotty was actually June 2021 at Southeast Regionals. It was the last Carolina Carnage. And I was already down in 76s, and I don't think he was, but maybe about 160 pounds. He was pretty light in that weight class. And, you know, everybody knows if you want to get in that top 5, top 10 in any weight class and anywhere except for supers, you cutting weight. I used to cut a ton of weight. I was cutting about 25 pounds back then. I'm only 186 today, so I'm literally gonna be, I'll like skip a meal and jump in the sauna and I'll be at 180 the day of our tournament or our super match. But I don't really want to put a number on the prediction, but I've had a new fire lit since I got 3-0'd by the longest fucking arm in the 176-pound weight division, Dalton Duncan. I mean, and I actually have kids older than him, so it was pretty demoralizing for me. It didn't piss me off, but damn it, it gave me some fire. So I really hope Scotty brings somebody to drive him home.
Hey, man, I'll tell you that Dalton still has Doug Allen's fucking hand in his damn pocket that he stole from him.
Yes.
So don't, you know what I'm saying? And Doug Allen's like a super heavyweight guy, or at least a 220, 242 guy.
Yeah.
So
I think he's like 10 or 11 at 242 in North America.
Yeah.
He was no joke, man. He
Well,
literally he let me get into his spot and kind of just and he didn't even like flash me. He just went straight back, took my hand, and I went straight with it. Did the exact same thing every round too. I didn't make any adjustments. And then after the match, he pulled me to the side. He was like, "Yeah, this is what it did to you." And I'm like, "Well, son of a bitch, why didn't you tell me that before round 2?" But
Hey,
nah,
Dalton's a bad dude. I went to Alabama one year and warmed up with him. I almost went home. I'm in the super heavyweight class, and this kid's killing me. Yeah, it's like grabbing onto a crowbar.
yeah, he's badass, man. And you know, I know Scotty's been training pretty damn hard since the first time I met him. Well, I think he's been kind of after me since then because I knocked him out of that tournament back in June 2021. But you know, the last time I seen him was in January, and I think he was like maybe 170. I think maybe a little bit lighter, but when I seen him down in April, when I went down to watch Brandon's match with that, damn, can't think of his name now, and I feel bad. A guy from Virginia, John, I think is his name, John Williams.
That's it.
Scotty looked like he put on some weight. You know, everybody's getting a little bit bigger and muscular. You know. I think he's been training really, really hard for it.
everybody's getting them stem cells, man.
Yeah. Everybody on that scissor. But I know he wants it real bad. Whenever I told him, I was like, well, if Donnie can't do the match, then I will definitely jump in. I'd love to. I was kind of wanting to stick to just doing the promoting and reffing and doing all that because I really enjoyed that. I would rather be pulling. I'd like to pull a super match and then a tournament, but that's just me being selfish. But I don't do as good if I'm doing like that last one. I kind of slept on that 6-man showdown that we had, and it was right-handed. So I don't know why the hell I even jumped in there in the first place, but it was fun. But I kind of slept on a couple guys. Kirkland got my first pin on me, and then Donnie actually both rounds that me and him went. I couldn't get with him that day, man. He took my hand with pretty good ease. I think I actually got him off the gate on the first one, and he pulled me back over. And then the final round of that thing, he got me off the gate, and I just couldn't get back away from it. But we're talking about a left-handed match. So
Yeah.
We'll see. It's hard for me to call how strong I am and how much better that I've gotten because I can't arm wrestle myself, but unless the guys are just blowing smoke up my ass, I should be doing pretty good.
Nice. Yeah. Sean, what you think, brother?
All right, it's David 3-0 all day.
Easy money.
Easy money.
Brandon, same thing.
Yeah, I think Scotty should just stay home. There's no reason to take that beating.
Hey, man. Hey, look, it's funny you said stay home because there are these few Texas guys that were on Facebook that said that I should just stay home last weekend because I was just going to get killed.
They didn't know who you was.
They didn't know the bull, did they?
Well, and it's like David said, after he took that loss, it lit a fire. And I thought I had a fire lit under my ass for Robbie, but it just lit even a bigger one.
Yeah.
And I've just been nonstop, man. So, but anyway, it's enough about me. I just figured I'd throw that out there.
No, I do think Scotty's got this little lane because I always watch people pull. I'm one of them people just watch their little movements and shit they do, And I noticed he had turned in when that boy gets inside because he's short. He ain't but like what 5'4", 5'5", 5'6" maybe. But when he's so compact, when he turns inside, he's there. Like
Yeah.
he don't. If I've never seen him get to here and really come out of that.
Right.
But I don't know if he can get there though. And even if he does, I think Dave's got enough horsepower to come out of it. But he could be training his damn brains off and surprises. I don't think it'll happen though. It's 1 in a million shot. I got full faith in Dave on this one.
Yeah, I think I don't know Scotty. I know the name, but I've never met him. And I just, from what I know of David and you all that he trains with, I tend to listen to what y'all say. And with David with a fire under his ass, is out training. The David without fire under his ass is still like this.
Yeah, Dave.
I'm sure he's in there. I'm sure you're in there, David, just freaking going nuts. And
push-ups only. He's doing a lot more than that now.
Yeah. No, for sure. I was struggling to find the right damn word, man, and I still ain't found it. But I'm sure you're in there busting your ass, dude. And if you're anything like me, that loss was driving you, and you. I mean, you're probably twice, maybe not twice as strong, but you're a lot stronger, and I think you'll win it.
Appreciate it. I sure hope so.
Because if you don't, You gonna go lower on the totem pole.
If you don't, they'll be hosting practice at Brandon's house.
Yep.
What you think, Ike? You know Scotty?
I don't need to know, Scotty. David Redmond 3-0. Gonna smack him.
Nice.
I hope.
That's gonna happen. I got you back. If you don't beat him, I'll beat him.
What you think, Chris?
I'm with David all the way, 3-0. I don't
Yeah.
know the other, so that's where I'm at.
Where's Scotty from?
I think he's originally from Pennsylvania, but I think he lives down, I want to say, I think he pulls with Damien, so wherever Damien lives.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
I know he's a teammate of Damien's.
Yeah, I love them guys, but you win this. He's from Pennsylvania. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you are too, ain't you?
I ain't from Pennsylvania, man.
Oh, I guess I was thinking Donnie. Sorry.
Donnie's from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember last time somebody saying they was from PA.
I'm from South Carolina, damn it.
My God.
Hell yeah.
No, I've lived in South Carolina most of my life, man. But I am a Yankee. I'm originally from Massachusetts, but I've been down here since I was like 13.
Yeah.
So
You're a Southerner then.
yeah,
We'll
for
claim,
sure.
We'll claim you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, my family goes back to the Revolutionary War in South Carolina. So
Damn.
yeah.
I think you better just think you've been claiming Georgia a little bit here and there throughout the years too.
Oh yeah. They disown me now.
Well, that's all right. We'll take you back, man.
They no, it's I practice with David Hobbs. I'm right there on the border.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. I'm not good enough to be part of Carolina Chaos, but so I just do what I do.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough team.
Yeah, Chad said you can't come to practice, buddy. You're not good enough.
Nah,
I got a win on Fritz, left-handed, in
Yeah?
Tennessee. Yeah,
Nice.
I had to beat him 3 times to make him satisfied, but I beat him.
Yeah, I saw him at he was at Carolina Carnage Saturday, but we never got to face each other.
Yeah.
Man, that dude's age, he's just in incredible condition. Like,
Yes, sir.
he's probably got, and I want to say Fritz is in his 50s, ain't he?
Yeah,
60.
at least.
He's almost 60. He's like 58.
Yeah, like I was standing beside him and I'm thinking, damn, man, I need to damn lay off the soda, man. He's ripped as shit.
Yeah,
He's a bad man.
I think he's 58, man. I talked to him for at least an hour at the Carnage. And I'm pretty sure he said he was 58, but
He's super, super cool, super nice guy.
yeah.
If you see those catches I do with the kettlebells, that's like something he did. And like Johnny Walker did the same thing. But that really activates a lot of things in your elbow and like where your central nervous system and hits all them tendons for like catching, because it seems like everybody wants to top roll me anyway. And so I'm always trying to catch somebody and pull them back across.
I've never top rolled you once.
Yeah.
Set it up, David. Grudge match.
You just come up there, and I got you right now.
I was about to say, we might just have to throw you on the first round of the 225 plus. I mean,
That's
shit.
right. That's right.
Oh yeah, you guys are having a tournament, right? Tournament as well.
Man. It's gonna be. I wasn't expecting it to grow the way it has. Some of those posts that I've made have had like 2,700 reactions or
Oh,
people.
wow.
Yeah. I printed out, I think 12 posters of our event thing right there, the background that I've got behind me. They're all over little convenience stores around the Asheville Airport, which is about 5 miles from the venue. All around, right around where I live. I give Delfino some of them. So, and he works out at a couple gyms out in the Hendersonville Fletcher area, which is real close to Mills River. Joe Rogers was asking me, Joe, that Brandon and Dale's pulling, was asking me this morning about sending him a poster with the time and the date and all that. And I told him it was already the same thing. And he was asking me about some novice or a picture of the novice trophies. He said that he was promoting it down there in Georgia, down in Dawsonville, trying to get some more people up here. Ed Webb is actually going to be our mic guy. He's going to be announcing for us. He did the 154 round robin, I want to say. Am I
Yes.
right about that, Chris?
Yep.
He said he loved it. And whenever I was watching the video, and he mentioned this too, and I heard it, but he was like pulling some Bruce Buffer shit off. Like,
Yeah.
he
did good.
I'm pretty excited about it. So the Tennessee boys are gonna be in the house. Obviously, LeRae, like, hell, I see him more often than I do my own family members, and we live then 3 hours away from each other. Like, so I know LeRae's gonna be here. Hopefully some more Tennessee boys. Obviously, they're going to be coming and supporting Chris. I think Alan Bond and them boys were planning on coming down here, and a lot of the Mountaineer arm wrestling. But Hannah Presnell has a match with Christina Castello the same day in Virginia or West Virginia. I can't remember. So they're all going to be going up there. I know Connor Cook said that he's going to come down. That almost makes me want to pull the 180 left, just because. But I don't intend on even pulling in the tournament. I want to do, like, after our super matches are done, I really want to just go back into that ref, running brackets, announcing. I'm gonna have some help doing it, but I want to really enjoy myself. And I'm gonna have a lot of people coming up there that don't even arm wrestle. A lot of people from my work, I've got them intrigued about it. It's gonna be big, man.
Nice.
It's gonna be way bigger than what I anticipated it being, and now in the last couple of weeks, it's really showing me that it's growing. It's growing fast.
I can sit here and say that I'll, if I come, that I won't pull, but I'm probably lying if I said that. But I honestly want to get back, since after Carnage, I just want to get back training real hard. And, if I do pull, maybe I just, will train like normal and just kind of go up there and just pull kind of like not on a tournament ready level, but, strong enough to compete. And then just hope like, Robbie or Adam or somebody ain't there. Then
You better take 2 weeks off. 2 weeks off, buddy.
Whoa! Oh, for you?
Well,
I know. I need a month off.
I will say that there will be some. I know at least one for sure confirmed Carolina Chaos member there, so I'll let everybody else just find out the day of. I don't want to run a bunch of people off, but
man, the people, if they're running from that, man, they don't need to be arm wrestling.
Hell, that's what you look forward to. When I see somebody's there, like yeah, that's who I want to pull.
That's
No,
right.
I mean, hearing that, then yeah, I might just take 2 weeks off and show up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be training for Thursday. I'll quit training Thursday. I
Right,
don't,
yeah.
I've learned, I don't do good with time off.
No.
Dude, I
Seems
needed
like I gassed out.
dude, after all that prep I did for Robbie and stuff, and after that tournament, man, it took me like a while to even be able to be competitive with my team on the table again, man. I was so beat up. But I took like 3 weeks. I took like 3 weeks off before Carnage from the table. Like I still lifted and stuff, but I took 3 weeks off. And Shane Owens warmed me up, man, and I told him, I said that dude's in trouble. You know what I mean? Like nothing hurt. Everything was just, it felt so good. I was like, that dude's in trouble, man. But sometimes it's good, man. I mean, I've taken 2 weeks off and done nothing and felt like crap at a tournament. I've taken a week off and felt great. You know what I mean? So guess it all depends. But all right, guys, does anybody have anything else to add? I think that's all the matches, right? We got a tournament. What's the weight classes, David?
For the pro class, right and left hand men's, that'll be 0 to 180, and then 181 to 225, and then the 225 plus. It's basically geared around the Carolina rankings.
Yeah.
I didn't think, especially this is the first tournament that we've ever put together, so I'm real new on it, but I didn't think that I'd be able to fit in a 54, 76, 98, end up having 12 men's. And then when you do that, you're going to have to throw a couple weight classes for the women's, and then the amateurs or novice, you want to be able to offer them some, but you don't want to offer them just 2 weight classes if the pros have 6. So it was going to turn into, I've got about $500 tied up right now in just awards, trophies, and promotional stuff. But and then the women's, I don't know how many women's going to show up. It's really hard to tell. I've been to tournaments where there was one lady that was willing to arm wrestle, and then down at Carnage last weekend, I want to say there was 6 or 8 women that pulled.
Yeah. And they were good ones too. Good ones, like former national champion Deb Banyan was there. She's trained with me numerous times. She lives in North Myrtle Beach, which is 30 minutes up the road from me. And I think she's got 3 or 4 world titles.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about her until I'd heard them say that Saturday whenever her and Merlene was pulling, and I was like, oh yeah. And I've seen a couple videos. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, and she's, I don't want to say she was off the couch, but she was somewhat off the couch. I mean, she's just now kind of injury free and back training. So, but I mean, she's got wins on Michelle Dugan and all them other top. I don't know if she's ever beat Sarah Bachman, but most of them other top women that in her weight class, I mean, she's beaten before.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Rhonda Webb, which is Robert Webb's daughter, she's planning on coming.
She definitely is. She's asked me about it. Well, Saturday she did, and then messaged me, I think the next day, and asked me if I'd send her a flyer with all the weight classes and all the info about it. I want to say Scotty's girlfriend or fiance, they might even be married, but I think her name's Lisa Ann. She's a shorter lady. She's going to be up here with Scotty, obviously, so she's going to be pulling. If Connor comes, I'm sure Kayla will be there. So we'll see, man. We might end up having like 10, 12 women that end up competing in it. That would be awesome. We have a teammate, Sammy, his wife has really got into arm wrestling. Like they pull and mess around with each other at their house. And every time she's come over here, we've got her on the table. And I think she's got a really long arm, and her hands, I mean, she's got a big hand too for a woman. So they're also going on vacation that day too. So if it was going to be the 5 p.m. deal, they wasn't going to be able to come. But since we ended up having to change it to early, I think that's another reason that we wanted to do a tournament too. You know, usually we do it at 5 p.m. super matches and then practice, but since we're starting so early, we'll have plenty of time to do a tournament, and everybody should be able to get out of there by dinner time or something.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
do
you're
it.
smart for having less weight classes. I've ran several big tournaments, like all the Georgia Arm Fights tournaments are mine. And that makes for a long day. A lot of money is tied up into that. You know, I've paid Artem to come film and all that, you know, all that big stuff and all that. But having just those weight classes is smart, especially it helps get your feet wet in there and you'll know what to expect. And if you need any help, me and Stacy will be there. She's ran brackets for me, and we will help however we can.
We appreciate it, man. Oh, by the way, I know I made a post about 2-3 weeks ago, but I haven't said anything else about it. This image right here with all of us and where it says Throwdown at Redmons, the date, that's actually on a shirt that Larray designed this poster, and he did all the artwork for this event, and he designed a shirt. You can get it on Etsy, I think is what it's called, etsy.com.
Oh, yeah.
You can actually order that shirt. I want to say they're $30. You can get it in a t-shirt or a tank top, black, gray, or dark blue.
Nice.
So,
Oh yeah. Might have to order one.
yeah. I want one just because I think I'm pretty. So I want a shirt with me on it.
Man, there's a good looking guy up there in the left corner there.
Oh yeah. Let's see
Yeah, I
here.
know. I see myself right up behind you there.
Hey man, you know that picture that of Ike right there. He was actually talking shit to me, telling me to put my arm on the table at practice one day.
Really?
He's like, let's go.
Dez took that picture.
Oh
I know
yeah.
bicep looks like a damn volleyball stuck in his shirt.
I put one in there.
Heck yeah. Well, boys, it's my bedtime. I got to be up at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yes, sir. It's good to talking to everybody, and can't wait till 24th.
Heck
Yes,
yeah, man.
sir.
Thank you so much for doing this, Ryan. I really, really appreciate it, brother.
Oh
I
yeah.
appreciate you having me on.
Oh yeah. It was a good time, fellas. Y'all have a good night.
All right, man.
Oh.
Thank you, brother. See y'all.
Later.
See you, man.
Have a good one. I'll see you on the 24th.
See you guys.
Be good, fellas.
Get off.